Hello, welcome. You're watching Straight at 8 with me, Shavan Sen. We start off this edition with some breaking news coming in. The face-off between Railway Minister Piyush Goyal and Maharashtra government has just escalated over the special trains for migrant workers. Railway Minister Piyush Goyal has now written to the Maharashtra Chief Minister Uddhav Thackeray, strongly countering the Maharashtra Chief Minister, who criticized the lack of trains at the press conference this afternoon. Piyush Goyal has now sought a special list of the migrants from Uddhav Thackeray within 1 hour and has assured the Chief Minister that 125 special trains are ready to ferry the migrants from Maharashtra. We'll try and go across to our executive editor, Abhishek Kapoor, for the latest. Abhishek, Railway Minister has made it absolutely clear that the trains are ready. Now it's the turn of the Chief Minister to provide the list that he was basically talking about.
Well, you know, what we are getting to here is that the Railways has had a bad experience in the case of Maharashtra. For example, last time, as many as 5 to 6 trains had to go empty because the Maharashtra government failed to get these migrant laborers to those railway stations where the trains were requisitioned. The trains to Una, to Bilaspur, to Tirunelveli, all these trains had to go empty because there were no migrant laborers, and they were not there because the Maharashtra government could not get the list. So that is why the Union Railway Minister Piyush Goyal has written this letter to Uddhav Thackeray in which he has clearly mentioned that you want 40 trains, we have 125 trains for you, provided you give us the list of all the migrant labor that you want to be transported, and the destinations, their certificates, medical tests that have been done, so that, you know, it's the receiving, the destination states are very clear that there is no problem taking these migrant labor back to their home state. Reading from his letter, I can say that सभी निर्धारित जानकारी, जैसे कहाँ से ट्रेन चलेगी, यात्रियों की ट्रेनों के हिसाब से सूची, उनका मेडिकल सर्टिफिकेट और कहाँ ट्रेन जानी है, ये सब सूचना अगले 1 घंटे में मध्य रेलवे के महाप्रबंधक तक पहुँचाने का कृपा करें. Essentially, whatever is needed by way of protocol that has been set in terms of requisitioning states and destination states, that information has not come yet from the Maharashtra government, despite the fact that the Chief Minister in an earlier press conference, I believe during the day, had mentioned some difficulties in coordinating with the railways in terms of getting those migrant labor back to their home states. So the Railway Minister is essentially responding to that and saying that whatever information that we need has not come, and we have had bad experience earlier that there were trains that had to go empty, which is bad utilization of resources, and that is why it is important that within an hour you provide all the information so that overnight the railways gets all the trains at the respective stations and the migrant labor can be transported back to their home states.
Well, Abhishek, just to also get more details on what the Maharashtra government has been doing so far, because the Railway Minister has made it absolutely clear that the trains would certainly ply if they provide the details within 1 hour. Put this into perspective as to what Uddhav Thackeray had to say earlier in the day.
Well, Shaban, I mean, I believe there was a press conference in which Uddhav Thackeray said that there are certain coordination issues with the railways and that they are not getting as many trains as they would want. I think the request for tomorrow was 40, and that's why the Railway Minister has now come out and said that not 40, we have 125 trains available for you, and even more can be provided you give us the list of all the migrant labor that needs to be transported, their medical certificates, their lists, and their destination stations. And essentially, a protocol has been devised beginning of May 1, when these Shramik special trains were started, and that has to be followed. We have seen how, for example, Uttar Pradesh has requisitioned as many as 1,100 plus trains. In the case of Bihar, upwards of 300, 400 trains. So all those states that really want their migrant labor back and the issue to be addressed, they have been proactive. according to this letter, which has been written by the Railway Minister, Piyush Goyal, to Maharashtra Chief Minister, it seems that the Maharashtra administration has not been very active in terms of facilitating as per the set protocol, because of which earlier there was some wastage of resources, and that is why I believe the Railway Minister chose to go public, writing on Facebook the entire letter and tweeting about it also. And of course, there would have been a formal communication as well, Shavan.
Well, thank you very much, Abhishek, for putting this into perspective. Once again, this entire act does certainly smack of politicking. Finally, you have the Railway Minister hitting out at the Chief Minister saying that the trains are ready. It's time for you to give the list.